Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend?
Tszyu. Exciting fights runs in the family for Tszyu, and I promise you, he'll come out guns blazing here in this one. It's Tszyu Munguia, one of the most intimidating forces in his division. Former world champion, one of the best knockout artists in the game today.
As soon as the bell goes, don't blink. That fight to be over.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Sydney, Australia, introducing the junior middleweight champion of the world, known as the Soul Taker, Tszyu. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico, here is the hard-hitting knockout artist and a super welterweight champion of the world, Jaime.
We've waited a long time for this fight. It's here, and the fighters are good to go.
The wait is over. The speaking stopped. The fight begins. Now, let's get the answers.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. And we're off and running between these 2 really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. And he caught him there with a left hook. Good counter punch. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in the headlights.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Someone tell these 2 that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Perfect counter shot. Beautiful counter punch. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Swing and a miss with the hook. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think they're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
Counterpuncher is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Nice counter shot. Those counterpunches have to hurt. They both want the knockout. He threw a punch and just got countered. Both men step back for just a moment. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Tszyu that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt.
He's going to be confident.
Oh, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Throws the jab and doesn't score. And he scores with the counter. You're not going to see a lot of finesse and skills from this guy. He wants to bury his forehead in your chest and pound away.
You are fighting the swarmer. Be smart, be sharp. Concentrate, but you've got to be confident. Do not dance his dance, because that swarmer, once you do that, you're giving a man a chance that shouldn't have one.
Good defense with that left jab. Not so rigid anymore with the stance. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Punching. You don't want to trade shots. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The jab misses. You believe what we are seeing. And shoot. Tszyu in real trouble. Just one punch away from getting the momentum back.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Tszyu that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Every second.
And there's the bell to start round 3. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until the senses of combat.
Counter. You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
This fight has a real good flow to it. Oh, Munguia made a mistake, and now he's paying the price. I thought that was going to be a knockdown at least.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What are they going to do? What are they telling him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Just missing with the right uppercut. They exchange punches. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
So Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a...
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. Tszyu just got Tszyu just got rocked. They knew it when they threw it. The perfect body shot, and no one's standing up to that one.
Shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me your ball.
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put him down once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Well done with final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Let's talk about Tszyu that last round. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
You're being put down.
Forget about that round.
Here we go to the fourth round. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
You'd like to see more jabs. They have no respect for each other's punching power. How about that tying counter shot? That punch lands. Look at the body language of Tszyu right now. We've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we continue.
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
We're at the halfway point, and there's no doubt who's won this round so far.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over again, they've got it.
Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Good one. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. There's a counter shot. Punch, counter punch. So much firepower here. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. 10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Uh-oh, Tszyu might be ready to go. Let's talk about Tszyu that last round. Boy, this... There's the bell to start round 5. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a cliff. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Beautiful counter shot. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. That counter shot lands. The straight right just misses. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
The straight right just misses. Nice counter shot. The courage on display here is incredible. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
That counter punch caught him clean. Looking to land the hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds. Their vision is being impaired, no doubt about it, but is the referee going to stop it here?
Are you all right? Are you okay?
A little bit of a surprise here as the referee says we can continue. Let's talk about Tszyu that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
I seriously hope the judges kept...
Come on. We've let him back into the fight.
There's the bell for round 6. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good defense stopping that jab. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Nice counter punch. Nice counter. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
punch. Swing and a miss for that jab. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Tszyu that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
The bell sometimes...
I need you to focus on what you're doing.
Here we go. It's round 7. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Which fighter will say no mas? The counter lands. Defense is not an option for these two. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
The charts action from both of these fighters. That jab misses. A perfect counter lands. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
The straight right just misses. Punch, counter punch. Just misses with that uppercut. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tail. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Catch and shoot. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Tszyu that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
You gotta get out there and win this round, kid.
There's the bell to start round 8. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And wisely, they're going to take a knee here. No choice but to do that.
Best thing the fighter did. Otherwise, you know what? Pride's going to get you knocked out.
Straight right, just misses. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape. Did you see that? Look at the body language of Tszyu right now. Blink and you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you still want to fight.
The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Did you see that? Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
A shot from the gods took him out.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Come to me.
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight's capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Beautiful counter punch. It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. And that's it, a unanimous decision win.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, big, hard lesson. I totally agree.